Lufia II: Rise of the Sinistrals is a great story of stories. The main plot, as set up by the prologue Lufia Fortress of Doom, is the flimsy thread that ties together a series of vignettes of variable interest. An ever-changing band of heroes pursue the evil Sinistrals across the globe as they attempt to foil their plans for world domination. Yes, this is boring and predictable, just as the original Lufia was boring and predictable. But the developers have taken a mediocre plot and transformed it into a riveting chronicle of isolated adventures as the party bounces between puzzle-laden dungeons. Mechanically, the game adheres to a strict formula. Something bad happens, which requires the party to set off on a fetch quest to the nearest dungeon, where they will fight monsters and solve puzzles until they find the special dungeon key that will open a door leading to their quest objective, and possibly an encounter with a big bad Sinestral. And then it starts all over again. Rinse and repeat. 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 It's a very long game. On paper, this sounds awful. But the experience is saved by the grace of some of the best damn puzzle design found in any RPG before or since. Instead of being sick of yet another boring fetch quest, you'll be eager for the opportunity to see just what kind of puzzles the game will offer next. Assuming you like puzzles? If you don't, I guess you're boned. But you may still want to stick out the adventure for the quality writing and depth of character development. Speaking of, let's dive straight into the spoiler pool. We've all seen RPGs with good love stories, but rarely does the format explore real adult relationships. Yes, it's sweet seeing how Maxim and his wife Selan first met, but their hookup comes at a cost. Tia's brief character arc stands out as the best in the game. She's fallen for the boy from her hometown. Their love is as innocent as it is naive. Tia envisions herself settling down as a successful shop owner with Maxim by her side. Because, of course she does. After all, she loves him and he must love her. But as his adventure progresses, she comes to realize that Maxim will never settle. His one desire is to be a warrior, and being the hero of the adventure, he's good at it. Initially, Tia vows to follow Maxim to the ends of the earth, but it's not long before she realizes that she loves Maxim the boy, and not Maxim the warrior. So Tia does the healthy, mature thing and lets him go. Would Maxim have eventually left Tia for Selan on his own? Maybe. But that's not the point. It was Tia that realized together neither of them could achieve their dreams, and it was Tia who conjured the inner strength to let Maxim go. And this right here is a very small fraction of the storyline. This is what I'm talking about when I say while the plot sucks, the individual stories within the story are phenomenal. But as much as I heart Tia, the reward for best couple goes to Guy and Dakar. For an all too brief portion of the game, the player is treated to their endearing buddy antics. Guy plays the straight man to Dakar's bumbling dumbassery, and as sad as Tia's split from Maxim was, it doesn't hold a candle to the heartbreak that you'll endure when Dakar leaves the group for good. I personally lament that the game loses a lot of comedic charm with Dakar's absence, and it's unfortunate that none of the later party additions fill that void. But loss is a reoccurring theme throughout the game, and as much as it pains me to admit, his story is ultimately very appropriate. I certainly miss him. I still debate which hurts more, the loss of his occasional comedic relief, or the loss of his incredible attack power. A bit of advice, if you're planning on spelunking the ancient cave, you'll probably want to do so while Dakar is still in your party. And you should, spelunk I mean. The ancient cave is a massive side quest. Actually, no, it's a full game within a game. Each time your party steps inside, they're stripped of their experience points and equipment. A new layout of 99 floors is randomly generated, and replacement gear must be looted from the chests scattered throughout the dungeon. In other words, the ancient cave is a full roguelike experience. And unlike every other dungeon in the game, there are no puzzles, at all. It's just near endless looting and monster ass kicking. But exploring the cave isn't just about the bragging rights, which, hey, if you can complete this not-so-mini game, you've definitely earned. It's about as difficult as it is long. Besides the temporary equipment found in the red chest, there's also Persisting Gear in the rare blue chest. They're also useful in the full game. This is the place you farm for the best equipment, full stop. And because this stuff stays equipped, it makes scaling the dungeon less difficult on repeat visits when your other gear goes bye-bye. Long story short, set some significant time aside during your Lufia adventures and grind the ancient cave for rare drops. It's fun. And even if you don't complete this side adventure, it'll make the rest of your journey that much easier. Anyway, back to the main adventure. I know that I've spent a significant portion of this video discussing character theory, but they're just all so well written. Take Selan as a final example. She's amazing. A strong warrior and military leader that, although initially abrasive and independent, learns to rely on the strength of others to do what she's more than capable of doing herself. Wait, did I say I love Selan's character arc? I'm sorry, I meant its total cowplop. Look, I know that teamwork is important, and learning to trust the abilities of her traveling companions was a big thing for Selan. But personally, she was so much better off before the adventure began. Her relationship to Maxim actually diminishes her personal strengths, and he's a little degrading towards her. Here the twit is sending the best swordsman in the land home to babysit the peasants, while he traipses off into danger with the town moron. That's not character development, that's character aggression. Then again, maybe that's the point? I know, I keep bringing her up, but Tia's the one character in the game that displays inner growth, and that's only because she dumps Maxim's ass and goes home. As players of Fortress of Doom are already aware, Rise of the Sinistrals was never going to have a happy ending, and its subplots foreshadow this inevitable tragic conclusion. Still, I find Selan has been treated pretty poorly, and not just by Maxim. Her battle persona doesn't match her written character at all. She's supposed to be this legendary swordsman of immense physical strength, but in battle, she's just the mage? She can't even wield a damn sword. I feel cheated. Give me back Tia, dammit. My dainty shopkeeper was a better warrior than this. And while we're on the topic, you know what else sucked? The capsule monsters. In addition to the 4 characters in your adventuring party at any given time, you'll also recruit monsters. They're optional, and only found in hidden out-of-the-way secret locations. But when you do find them, they're kind of useless as anything besides occasional meat shields. They make it awesome later, but I never found out for myself because they level by eating your used equipment. Which sounds great in theory, because in any RPG you'll always end up with crap equipment to sell and more money than you can ever spend. But these monsters demand specific equipment that I never seem to run across, and I couldn't be bothered to buy in bulk from the few shops that stock their special brand of steel-plated Scooby snacks. Because warping around the world looking for the one shop that carries brass knives is fun. Anyway, if monster ranching is something you appreciate in your RPGs, I definitely suggest consulting a guide and paying closer attention to your inventory than I bothered with. If it seems like I'm just unnecessarily dumping on poor Lufia II, that's only because I haven't spent nearly enough time exalting her impressively varied puzzle design. So let's wrap this thing up in montage, because I know words so good.